a lot of material conditionings and service, specifically Sankirtan. I remember on Sankirtan, actually you don't experience the modes of material nature. On Sankirtan, you never experience the modes. The body is so engaged, all the senses are engaged in the service of the Lord, and by the time you come back, you only have energy to eat something and sleep. Isn't it true, all Sankirtan devotees? You don't even know that, there is a woman, there are females, there is attraction, you have to get married, nothing. You just know that this body needs rest, so that tomorrow again I can go and enjoy Sankirtan. How many of you have been on the bus? All of you agree with this? I can also say, when I go on the bus, I feel I'm a brahmachari only, Only when my wife calls, Kidhar hai aap? I show the video, and if I'm too long on the bus, then she becomes insecure also. And of course, some of our Sitaram Prabhu used to give a class, Sometimes some grasthas, if they help very too much with the brahmacharis, and then suddenly in a program or they glorify the brahmachari, that Prabhuji, aap log ke saath to yatra mein और गुरु पूजा में जब आता हूँ मेरे को ऐसा लगता है मन ही नहीं करता है घर जाने का. Then the wife catches, अच्छा जाओ ना फिर मंदिर में ही, घर पे क्यों आए, बोल रहे थे ना आप, रहो मंदिर में फिर, हाँ. All this thing comes out. Sitaram Prabhu was giving this example, So anyways, the point I was trying to make is that it is very important that like this, in this pastime, the way Krishna fulfilled the desires of the cows and the gopis of Vrindavan, actually we should have that deep prayers to progress in spiritual life. That will help a lot. A lot of inconvenience will be there in the yatra. A lot of good and bad experience will be there. And I remember, I think I told on the first day also in the class that when I came for the first yatra, so the bathroom did not have water. Bathroom did not have water. And then I was young at that time. I managed somehow there with, half, little more than half water. Half filled, little more than half filled. So I took bath and everything I did with that only. I managed it, and then when we came for the yatra, there were a lot of hawkers harassing us. Sometimes prasadam 1-2 item is not there if you come late. Sometimes, sometimes you feel that there is some partiality. Sometimes you feel that purposely something is happening with you. Sometimes your mind will disturb you. Sometimes you may feel that, there are so many places in Vrindavan to go. We did not go to all the places. ऐसे कैसे यात्रा हम लोग 7,000 रुपये दिया है? हाँ? Sometimes your mind can tell this also. So there are so many things which will come into your mind. This is how the mind is. The mind doesn't want you to become a devotee. It is the intelligence, and intelligence which should help you to think. And intelligence will be only sharp when you read Prabhupada books and apply. If you don't apply, you will be dull-headed. Dull-headed means these things will actually make you very depressed. Then what happens now? You become a mirdanga. You know mirdanga? Dhan, Nitai, Gaur, Hari Bol. Both the side. One side you want to be a devotee. Other side the mind is telling, this is injustice happening with you. You are beaten from both the side. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari. I like our Shantivardhan Prabhu was doing Kirtan today. For a long time he was going medium fast. So you're beaten from both the side. That's a very difficult journey. That's a very difficult journey. I actually went through this. At one point I heard some lectures of Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and I read some sections of Leela Amrit, which made me realize that you should think so big in service of Krishna that your problems becomes very small in front of it. You take so much challenge and extend yourself to serve the mission, serve the devotees. You extend yourself so much that the problems which you have, they cannot make you emotionally weak to respond on it. You can only be aware of it, and you have no choice to deal with it, no time to deal with it. Because you are so busy to serve better. That's how one should think. If you have not this, if you don't make this choice, you have to only suffer till you make this choice. And choice is yours now. It is like that. Suffer in the sense that this is a bumpy journey. You know, sometimes you sleep, you are in a nice car and you're sleeping. And the road is very, very nice road, Suddenly before a junction, on a turn, there are no speed breakers, but there are many small breakers. It happens. You've seen that? Suddenly it will happen. You feel as if, some accident happened or earthquake happened. When you wake up, there's a small speed breakers. We just make the car slower. Have you seen that? If you're in deep sleep, if you have experienced that, that's how your spiritual life becomes. That's how your spiritual life becomes with these choices. It's like, you cannot even cry for it because you already made this choice. It's like, it's like you are having an argument with your wife and some devotees have come to meet you. And from inside one noise comes. And your wife has slapped you on the face. Or you slapped the wife, But you will come out and you will act as if nothing happened. Because the devotee is there. कैसे बताओ? ऐसी जिंदगी हो जाती है. Life becomes like this. Life becomes like this. This is just a principle. In our own situation, the journey becomes like this. So we should be very attached to the Guru's mission, to the Acharya's mission. Then it's perfection. It will lead to perfection. Otherwise, it is so much suffering, so much. Somehow or other, I came across, in my life, I feel very, very fortunate that 3 to 4 personalities whom I came across in my initial days of spiritual life. Of course, one thing was, I was very blessed to have a family which encouraged me to be a devotee. And secondly, I was introduced to the Juhu temple in a very different situation than it was now, in the sense the community feeling was very strong at the time. And then when I grew up, I met Dinobandhu Prabhu, Atul Krishna Prabhu, Radheshyam Prabhu, and Shamru Prabhu. They were, all of you must be knowing, except Shamru Prabhu, all other 3 you know. So I was so close and so mesmerized with them that I always felt that I should just be like them. I should just be like them, and that helped me a lot to grow in my spiritual life. So reading, and of course, most importantly was Srila Prabhupada's Leelamrit, his life biography. His life biography helped me a lot. So I suggest all of you should read that and take Krishna consciousness very, very seriously. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. So there were a lot of questions which devotee asked me, and I told I will take a question answer session, which I could not complete that day. If there are any questions, I can take now for some 15 minutes. Yeah. Given the mic, Bhavik.
Hari Hari. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
I have this question on Diwali. So Diwali is celebrated as the mark when Lord Ramchandra along with Sita Maya came to Ayodhya. But all these years we have seen that we do Lakshmi Puja on Diwali. So like all these years, are we celebrating Diwali in the wrong way? Because
No.
How do you see the correlation between these two?
See, in the Samundra Manthan, no? Past time? Lakshmi Devi also appears. It's also the same day. In the Samudra Manthan, the demons and demigod, even Lakshmi manifests at one point. Actually, that day was Diwali. So that's why Lakshmi Puja is done. And today, because the British education system now, they have bring out a ass out of Indians, means slaves. So because of that education system, we have no knowledge about Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam. So then if this knowledge is not there, then what is the knowledge? Knowledge is sense gratification. And sense gratification means sabse bada rupaiya. Isn't it true? Sabse bada rupaiya. So they all do Lakshmi Puja. And whereas Mahalakshmi, she is Srimati Radharani, and she is the consort of Vishnu and Krishna. So we are supposed to worship Krishna and Rama. This is just created. And of course, Karmakandis. For Vaishnavas, it's not Lakshmi Puja. We never see Vaishnavas doing Lakshmi Puja. It's always people who have no knowledge or Karmakandi followers. Pious, Hindus, philanthropists, they all. But Vaishnavas, they always celebrate with knowledge.